Hello, Liana here. How are you? This sexual energy. Okay, this sexual energy has had a very difficult rap over the decades, right? We are sitting in a heavy negative perspective of sexual energy. And I am working on shifting that energy into a very positive aspect. So I'm going to talk a bit about this today. And this is really important. This is really like, it's become so clear to me over the last little while dealing and working with people who just can't seem to shift out of the negative perspective they hold around sexual energy, around sexuality. Now, before I start, I want to tell you about, I have a fabulous program, Deeper Us. You have to get it. It's for you. You're going to love it. This is for enhancing your relationships. This is for connecting at a different kind of place, a different level where you're feeling each other's being and other consciousnesses and other dimensions, other frequencies. You know, we don't just need to connect physically. We need to connect on other levels, energetically, spiritually, otherworldly. So get Deeper Us. Deeper Us is a place for you as a couple to really, to open you, to deepen your connection and your intimacy, and you're going to love it. And I did it for you. And this is coming from deep within me. So get it when you can at the excellent price that it is right now until the end of May, okay? Now, I've been working with a lot of people who are stuck in their sexual energy, stuck in sexuality and the expression of it, and not really sure what's going on. But what has happened over so many decades is these really deep-seated beliefs that have created the perspective of sexual energy as something really bad, something really violent, something really negative and disempowering. There's been so much trauma around sexuality. There's been so much repression around sexuality, and so people hold on to that. We brought it with us into this generation. It still exists in a very, very big traumatic way, and it's time to shift this. Now, there are lots of people that are working on shifting this. People who have been experimenting and exploring around with sexuality for a very long time. I mean, the Taoists started to do sexual exploration. These are ancient Chinese philosophers. Were doing exploration around sexual energy a very, very long time ago. And so that information has come back. People are looking at it. People are now experimenting themselves. What is this? Who am I as a sexual being? What is it, this sexual energy? How does it work in my body? And it's the separation of what we believe or what we've been taught through many, many generations of what sexuality is. The separation of that, this concept that it's violent and dangerous and awful and controlling and negative and, this kind of very heavy kind of feeling, to a perspective that it's pleasure, that it's life generating, that it creates longevity, that it creates youthfulness, that it connects us to a powerful magical creativity that we have within our being, right? So it's very separate, very different, and it's taking taking a lot of big shifting in order to do that, because we are so heavily ingrained in the negativity. If you feel yourself stuck, unable to open up, unable to speak about anything sexual, or if it comes up that you feel blocked and frozen, you feel angry that you have to express yourself, or that the anger just comes up, or the frustration comes up, or the fear comes up in expressing, you're still holding on to that old connection. It's not old because it still exists now, but it comes from a very ancient time. Not ancient even. I mean, it's been. It's got to do with the connection to the church, to religion, to this concept that it's blasphemous and you should feel guilty if you want to express anything sexual. So that's holding still very deep in our bodies. We feel it in our body, and it's immediately this frozenness, right? be conscious of this. First, just be conscious that you're feeling that. Be conscious that every time this topic comes up, you're feeling frozen. You're feeling a state of angst, right? And say, okay, I'm feeling that. And so I'm connected to this violent connection to what sexuality was perceived as, right? And breathe in yourself and say, okay, I am now on a new journey where I'm separating my beliefs. I'm separating my pathway towards expressing my sexuality verbally, physically, emotionally. I'm separating from that way of believing. It's not, I don't want it to be part of that. I don't want to be part of that anymore. I want to feel this new, it's not new, it's feel the power, the connection to a pleasurable sense of sexuality, the life force aliveness of it, that it's a very positive aspect of my being, and that expressing it is absolutely necessary and worthy in who I am as a human being, in a human form. I need to have this as part of who I am now. I need to allow it to come out in a way that's healthy, that's joyful, that's happy, that's accepting, you know. We worry that others won't accept us in our desires and the kind of sexual expression that we have, and so then we hold it back. But it's not others. It's not the perception of others, really. That's in our head. It's the perception of ourself that is stopping us from expressing, right? It's a perception of ourself. So being conscious that we are still sitting in that well of negativity around sexuality, self-talking ourselves to understanding that we are healthy beings and that we need to express this in a healthy manner, and that anything that we allow to come forth within our bodies is okay, is allowed, is accepted fully, is a very, very important shift to start to make. Okay? And you may not be able to, verbally express it, but you need to start to feel that, no, this is a good energy. This is a healthy energy. This is an energy that creates longevity and youthfulness and happiness and joy. And I need to express this. I need to feel it. I need to connect with it. Okay? So I really wanted to get into this because so much of our society is still sitting in these old ways, and I want to help you into moving towards a way where this becomes, it's nothing to fear. It's nothing to fear to talk about. It's nothing to fear to express. There's been, for so long, it's been, I have to hide when I'm feeling sexually. I can't talk about it with anybody or express it if I'm, a famous person. To express myself sexually is, what are people going to think of me? Like, they're going to think that I'm some kind of a slut or some kind of a pervert. That's all the negative stuff that sits around sexuality, right? If you can express your sexuality and you can express it in an accepting way, in a way that you express it in your own authentic, healthy manner, this empowers you. This empowers society. This empowers the world. This empowers the world, right? Each and every one of us, one at a time, allowing ourselves to express it without judging ourselves, without feeling critical of ourselves, without worrying about what everyone's going to think, because our each individual expression is going to help change and shift that energy into something that's more loving and positive. All right? So you can start with my program, Deeper Us. That can help you. That helps sort of slow you down. Connect at a deeper level with your body. It's about deepening your connection with your body to understand this, right? You have to deepen your connection with your body. Deeper Us is about that. And you have your partner to help you go through this journey, which is really important. Do it together. Make the journey together. I would love to hear comments below about how you're feeling about what I've talked about, and if you feel you're ready to go on that path of joyful sexual expression. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you again very soon. Much love making.